Hello, Taurus. Turquoise Tarot with your reading team. I hope you're all doing well. Much love and light to you. So, a couple quick announcements. I wanted to apologize to those who, there was a couple readings last month that I didn't get uploaded, so I apologize for that. And I also apologize for being a few days late on these readings. What's happened is my son was in the hospital for a few days, or I'm sorry, not a few days. He was in and out of the hospital for a couple weeks. And fortunately, he's doing much better and he's home, thank goodness. But it was a challenging time to get the readings done and stay on top of the readings. So I apologize to those of you who were waiting, and to those of you who have requested a private reading. I've been going through emails. If you have not heard from me, please go ahead and please email me, and I'll be happy to get back to you and we can get that situated. It's just been really crazy, guys. So I appreciate your understanding and your patience. With that said, let's go ahead and start your reading, guys. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to be doing your general reading as I normally do. You may see me pull a couple additional cards from this spread if I feel it's needed. But I'm going to be doing the love portion a little bit differently. It's still going to be two separate spreads, one for couples and one for singles. But it's going to be done in one reading. So you'll see what that looks like when I get to that point. And you'll understand what I'm saying, hopefully. Let's go ahead and see what the general messages are for Taurus for the month of Earth. Well, we have two cards popping out here. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Star, which is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and include these because I feel like they're a part of your reading. Just a moment here. Okay, the Devil, Ace of Swords, King of Cups, the Fool, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment as the overall energy. Oh, let me see what we have here. Well, Taurus, I kind of feel like there's a couple things going on. We have a home situation. I feel like there's healing going on in home relationships, maybe with family of origin. And I apologize for the background noise. I have a little kitten here. Let's see. I almost feel like there's some maturity or there's some emotional maturity going on either on your part or on someone in your family. And it's causing an opportunity for you to reconnect, and you're finding and you're regaining hope in that relationship. But there's something else this month that's a bit more concerning. And I feel like it would be to do with a water sign, because we have the King of Cups in the center. Now this can be your energy, and it can just be that you're feeling more emotionally charged in the month of Earth. But this can also be a water sign, like I said. And I feel like it may be that there's a, I'll say this, inappropriate connection with a boss, or there is a romantic connection with a boss for some of you. And then for others of you, this feels like somebody that you have an unhealthy attachment to. And it's not a very healthy relationship. And it's one that actually you need to release yourself from and let go of, which for you is very emotionally challenging, with a Taurus especially. When you love someone, you love someone. But, it can be hard to let go of somebody who isn't healthy for you, but you just have a strong connection to. But that's your goal this month, honestly. It's overcoming that and moving forward. And one thing with Taurus is when they say they're done, they're really done. They don't go back. They don't revisit it. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is representing here, is you're moving forward. You're not going to look back on the situation. This is a new awakening, a new beginning for you. Now, for some of you, maybe that whole family connection ties in with this water sign where you're healing yourself rather than the relationship, and you're moving on from that water sign and that connection you have. But it's almost like there's a hard-earned truth or a victory that you gain out of this situation. Look at the King of Cups. Yeah. This could be someone that you've had romantic ties with. Maybe it's someone you've had a family with, you have children with. Maybe there's a need to let go of it because it's no longer serving you. You love this person, but I don't know, there's something unhealthy here. Let's look at the Devil card. Yeah. For you, there's a strong friendship to this person. And it's put you in a place where there's a lot of contemplating going on. There's a lot of second guessing. And you're not so confident in this friendship. And I think you're realizing that what connection you have with this person, it's almost like they're using you. Maybe they're playing nice to get something out of you, take something out of you, and you don't want to see it for what it is, but you finally realize it and you're willing to see it for what it is in the month of February, and you're willing to move on from it, hopefully. Let me look at the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah. I think you want to restore this relationship, or you want this relationship to work, but ultimately it's not going in the direction that it needs to go. It's just an unhealthy, toxic situation that you need to leave, and you are going to be doing that in her. Okay? It doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be a male, female, even situation. It can just be even a family member that you've had a lot of hard times with, and now you're finally deciding to let it go fully, you know. So that's what I see for you guys for the general reading. Let's go ahead and look at love. And I'm going to pull cards for single Tauruses first. Empress flew out. I'm going to set this to the side. Alright, we are ready. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Lovers, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, Ten of Cups. Okay. Now I'm going to shuffle a little bit more and draw some cards for coupled Tauruses. Alright. So the first card that fell out was the Knight of Swords. We then have the King of Pentacles, Death, Two of Wands, the Hermit, Nine of Rods, and the Five of Coins. Okay. So single Tauruses, let's see what's going on for you guys first. I see that maybe relationships in the past have been, challenging. And I think that in the past, maybe you've been taken for granted in love. Maybe your generosity and your good-heartedness and your good nature have been taken for granted. I'm seeing you coming up in the Empress here. And I just feel like you really have a lot to offer in love. And you know it. I mean, you're glowing, I feel. And others are aware of it. But the people who, well, up to this point, the people who have been coming and approaching you and wanting your affections are the kind of people that you really don't want to give your affections to. So I kind of feel like this is a month where there's a new beginning in love for you. I think you've had trouble really just saying goodbye emotionally to ex-lovers or people in your past who weren't very good for you, who took advantage of you. But this is a month where you're really letting that go, and you're understanding that whatever you've invested in the past, it's okay to leave it there. There was something you gained out of all of it, and that's knowledge and wisdom, and you really grew out of it. And you may not see it that way entirely now, but you will. And this is a time where you have some decisions to make. With the Two of Swords and the Lovers, you have decisions to make regarding love. If you want the happy home, the cup situation, happy home life, everybody's satisfied and fulfilled, well then you have to decide that you're going to walk away from what hasn't worked, and you're going to really let it go. And I think for some of you, I don't know. Let me pull some clarifying cards on this Five of Swords. Yeah, people have taken advantage of your good nature. We have falseness, priest, and scholar. So you've been very faithful and honest, but you're learning that, people's deception, I don't know, you've learned the hard way about love. Maybe you've been a bit naive or innocent in love in the past, and you've allowed people to walk all over your good nature, like I said. But and that's really affected how you perceive love and if love's available. But love is, and it's coming in for you. You're gonna have choices in love. Oh, that card won't turn over. Why? Soldier, foe, and pleasure seekers on the Ace of Pentacles. I would say be careful not to jump into anything also with those cards coming up on the Ace of Pentacles. It may be that there are offers and opportunities, but again, there's people here who want to take advantage of your good nature. Don't jump too hastily into relationships or commitments. It kind of looks like you may want to wait a little bit because I see something more promising coming in down the line for you in love. I don't think it's in the month of Virgo, but you may have somebody come up that, again, they're not someone you really want to date. Yeah. Somebody more worthwhile will be coming in later on. I want to say, well, it changes for all of you, but the number 8 spades, so maybe in the 8th month, in 8 weeks. But on the of Cups, we have journey, messenger, and money. So it's like a promise is being made here that somebody will be coming in, somebody much more substantial, somebody who you have an opportunity to build something really concrete with. But now's not the time. I think you got to do some work on yourself. And this month, I see you really letting go of past pain and past hurt. But also, there's a message here about if pleasure-seeking people, and you'll be able to spot who they are. Maybe not initially, but you will later on in the month. But if these kind of people come in, don't give them the time of day just because they're there, okay? There's something better for you down the line. Make the right choice. And if you're uncertain, just don't trust it. You know what I mean? I know that sounds terrible. I shouldn't tell everybody that. It's general reading. Do what you want, but for some of you, that's what I feel, okay? Now, for a couple Tauruses, and I feel like you be personally going through a transformation this month, and that impact how much effort you put into your relationship. Maybe that your partner, or it's you, that is feeling a bit left out in the cold, feeling a bit isolated, a lack of communication or emotional intimacy or connection with your partner. And I think this is due to some major, again, shift going on within you. I'm feeling it's more you than your partner. I think this is definitely a time of introspection with the Hermit. That's your card. And the Knight of Swords is with communication, but in this particular case, the Knight is energy. So I kind of feel as though this is the point in time where you are coming to some swift realizations, understandings, and epiphanies. I'm really feeling strong epiphanies. And this is causing you to pause. It may cause you to question and doubt yourself in your relationship and whether or not this is something that you truly desire to be in. If it's bringing you if it's bringing you what you ultimately want in love and relationships, but is it also elevating you to your higher sense of self? In other words, is it a relationship where, this is a person who promotes you and wants the best for you and helps you find opportunities and helps you to grow as a person rather than holding you back? So I think that's a big question this month for you, Virgo, if you're in a relationship. And I don't see an outcome because this is a general reading and I think it's really dependent on your particular situation. But the outcome card is definitely one of a choice that has to be made with the Two of Wands. So let me pull some clarifying cards on this. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Taurus, not Virgo. Why did I say this is Virgo card? Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo, guys. But either way, there's a lot of introspection going on. The message still rings true for you. There's a lot of introspection going on about this, about whatever realizations you're coming to. Let's look at the Hermit first. Sorry, I just completed Virgo. Okay, wedding, joyfulness, and misfortune. So what you ultimately thought initially was going to bring you happiness, maybe it's not. Maybe you're realizing that. Nine of Rods. You're wondering, am I always going to be miserable? Am I ever going to find a relationship that satisfies me and fulfills me and gives me what I need? Or is it always going to be this way? Am I always going to, am I going to be alone? That's the side card. Am I going to be alone if I let go of this relationship because I can't find what I need? That's what you're working on this month. Understanding and getting epiphanies, understanding your present relationship and where it's at. Let's look at the Death card. Yeah. Maybe not wanting to end it too because you feel a strong friendship or connection with your partner, obviously. But there's a need to be selfish here and think about yourself because you're in a position where you don't, I mean, maybe you're not as desperate, hopefully, as this man, but it's a despair in which you're not getting what you need. You're being emotionally shut out. You're not getting what you need, and you need to move on from it. Okay. That's what I have for you, Taurus, for the month of November. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you're interested in a private reading, or you'd like to donate to the channel, that's always greatly appreciated. I will post a link for both of those below. And blessings, love, and light to you and yours this month. And I will speak to you soon.